Good morning, Mount Olive Church and friends of Mount Olive Church. Andrew Short here with you. Hopefully, you are having a good Saturday and have had a good week this week. I'm going to do a quick devotion here this morning on Brother Jody's message from last Sunday. Like a couple of the guys have said there, if you didn't get a chance to join us there, hopefully you've had a chance to go back and watch it. If not, do that. It was a great message, a timely message, and much needed message in my life. Thankful for Brother Jody for obeying the Lord, and thankful for the Lord for using Brother Jody in that. I'm going to just do a devotion here quickly this morning. This thought hit me during service, and it's been I think it's exactly what the Lord wants me to talk about. It's kind of a simple message, but it hit me on light. So we'll first go to Acts chapter 12. This is where Brother Jody was at, and just a great section of scripture. Love this story of Peter, and there's so much in this with him being in prison and shackled to the guards. It's an amazing story, and then it's also a relatable story because of how sometimes the response is. Peter was had almost given up, would have been one way to look at it, and then he gets saved, and he gets to the door of where the church was praying for him, and they had prayed without ceasing, but they were surprised that it came true. And so there's a lot in that, but just kind of a small point in this story, but the light. In Acts chapter 12, verse 7 here, and behold, the angel of the Lord, Peter is chained to the guards here on the ground. The angel of the Lord came unto him, and a light shined in the prison. I think we take for granted here that this was a dark, wet, terrible prison, terrible place to be in, and this light shined in the prison. And he smote Peter on the side and raised him up, saying, "Arise up quickly." And his chains fell off from his hands. How silly would it have been if Peter would have seen this light and tried to cover up or get away from it or even cover it up? So the light shined in the prison, and the angel proceeds to save Peter from the prison. And so the thought that hit me, and we have this building next to our house. It was my grandmother's. Our house was my grandmother's, and this building kind of goes with it. And it's become essentially the junk drawer in your house that has everything in it. That's what this building has become for us. It's everything that we can't fit in our house that goes in the building. And so usually once a year or so, we clean it out so we can walk through it. And we've got it pretty well organized right now. It's a benefit of being a teacher. But there's this window in the building. There's a couple windows in the building, but there's one in particular in the back, and it got knocked out a couple years ago. And so being the non-handyman I'm the opposite of Jody and Jason and some of the guys in our church, Gary and Carmel, that can fix just anything. I can't fix anything at all. And so what I did is I basically did what this guy's doing. I took a piece of plywood that I found and I hung it up in place of the window. So it seemed like a good idea in my head. It's not a place we stay, and it kind of still was a good idea. We didn't have to buy a window, but so I covered this window up with this plywood. Well, guess what? The light won't come in the window. It doesn't flow particularly well through plywood. So what I did, in essence, it was good for keeping the weather out. It was good for keeping birds out. It was good for all that stuff. But what I did was I covered the window up, and so I covered the light. And so my thought was, it kind of hit me, I guess, that God gave me, I was thinking of during the ceremony or during church on Sunday, was that, I don't need to cover the light up. So many times in my life, maybe in your life too, I let stuff get in the way of things that I need to be doing, of things that Jesus wants me to do, of spending time with Jesus, of spending time in the Word, of spending time in prayer. I cover that light up with things that I put in front of Him. Just like I put that plywood in front of the window, so many times I cover up that light in my life when I should be trying to spend more time in it. I should be letting the light shine through me, just like that light used to shine through that window and light that building up. So I need to spend more time sometimes in the light. I need to wake up every morning. I need to spend time with Him in prayer more. I need to spend more time in the Word sometimes. And I don't need to cover the light up. I need to, more than anything, I think we need to share the Word. We need to share this light with this lost and dying world that we live in. We certainly don't, as the church, we certainly don't want to cover that light up. We don't want to put a piece of plywood over that window. We want that light to come in and shine through us to this lost and dying world. And so that was kind of my thought. Hopefully That's kind of comparison there made sense. This was another verse here we'll end right here. Brother Jody used on Sunday, Psalm 27 and verse 1. The Lord is my light. Let him shine through me. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? That's a great verse. That verse actually popped up this week in our Awanas class in review. But just a great verse. That's one of those ones you can kind of sit down in and just wake up with every morning. So hopefully you got something out of that Mount Olive Church. And hopefully also we will see you on Sunday morning tomorrow at church. So join us for that at 11 o'clock. Hopefully we'll see you guys then. Love you guys. Have a great day.